starting now as well. We're good to go. So yes, good evening, and welcome to round 5 of the F2 League here at racestation.net. My name is Ben Nathan 1991, and I've always got my little sidekick sh-racing54 next to me.
In height and stature. Hello!
In every way. So we are now in the European leg of the season. And normally, this is normally sort of the part of the season where we start to see a bit of a pattern, isn't it, in terms of who is likely to be a contender.
Whoever normally wins this race normally... I was going to say normally wins the championship, but it doesn't work like that because Kale won it last year and he crashed out. But there we go. Normally it means he's good at all tracks.
Yes.
Are we going to be able to do full qualifying today or not?
Well, they've got 12 so far if you discount us two. We haven't pressed spectate yet. There's only 12, so unlikely. But we have still got...
Who are we missing? Missing a Ferrari, which is...
Callum Rose.
Missing a Red Bull.
Dave.
Missing a Williams.
Missing the newbie, Luke Bailey in the Williams. We're still unsure about Comreese, if he's going to come back or not. We don't believe he is.
No one's in the Sauber in this league, we know that.
No one's in the Sauber. It's the only unused car, which is surprising and annoys me, considering that's the car I use. So if we are going to be expecting people, it's probably going to be up to another 3 more, which would mean we only have 15. So no, we wouldn't be doing Q1. We'd be 1 short.
Again.
Again, so it will be a case of retiring from Q1. Upload the setup, retire from Q1, go straight to Q2.
Right, let's give them a message then.
I'd like to think that people will be on the routes.
I think quite a lot of the hype on this track is that we're expecting a wet race.
Well, as I say, we're on the
or some sort of wet element.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of this race onwards where we do tend to see a higher chance.
Especially Monaco for some Bulu reason. Monaco is next as well, remember, as well. We're not looking forward to that race. Especially looking, if Baku's anything to go by, Monaco will be a bit of a survivalist specialist.
These guys have been quite relieved of having full rather than simulation down to Monaco.
guys.
Um,
Have pity on our souls.
um, I'll give it a few extra minutes, considering we're missing Q1, to allow some of the potential others to join.
Just give us a sec. We're just gonna check something beforehand. So just give us a second. I'm not leaving him anything. Just.
Not leaving me, but disconnecting. Either way. There we go. Um, so yeah, so normal protocol again will be due to the numbers um, to be expected this evening. Will be for everyone to input their setup and then retire immediately from Q1. So that we go straight to Q2. Reason being is obviously we need to have at least 16 drivers to participate for at least one person to be knocked out from Q1. So if we've got 15 or less, there's no point doing Q1. We're just wasting a set of times for everyone to get through anyway. So we just bypass that element and skip the first part of qualifying, but we still do the other two parts to allow the sort of the extra interest and element of strategy to take place with, like, you know, tyre choice to start the race with for those that get into the top 10. Also, this is the penultimate round before we get to our Christmas break. Both leagues, the final race before the Christmas break is Monaco.
It's cold outside.
It's cold. So there's only this round and one round to go before we have our Christmas break.
Yes.
And I'll obviously reiterate that when it comes to doing Monaco. But the gap effectively between Monaco and Canada, which is the round after that, is effectively 4 weeks. It's pretty much a whole. It's pretty much a month.
Do we know what we're going to be doing in them 4 weeks, or is this what you're discussing?
Nothing has been agreed yet. It's still to be, you know, confirmed. We normally try and do a almost like a 5x5x21 kind of thing, where it's just like a load of sprint races. May not be all 20, 21 rounds. Might shorten it to say 10 rounds. Yeah, it'd be like a little mini championship or something. Even just some unofficial races or anything like that. Just to
an interleague race.
Interleague race, something like that. Yeah, a couple of rounds in the interleague
I would
system.
like to suggest something, if I may.
Go on, then. We might as well ready up as well while we're at it.
If we did something like that, could we run a if we did do like a 5x10, let's say, or like 5 25%ers or something.
Yeah.
Could we have an F1 driver teammated to an F2 driver?
That's. I mean, normally when we do the sort of 5x5, 5x10, 5x21, whatever it is, it's normally just each man for themselves. We haven't tended to do it as a team thing. It's just like an individual thing.
I know, I'm just thinking different things.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, it says everything to be considered.
We can put it to a vote.
It's always to be considered, just to keep our guys entertained in the break, and it also means it's not, you know, it's not mandatory, it's not compulsory. So if they're available to show, then, you know, we'll be happy to see them. If they can't make it because of any reason, then yeah, it's completely up to them.
Did you find out when Whiteside's doing guest drives.
He was meant to be coming back today, but he messed.
That's cloudy.
He was originally considering returning today.
No point looking at anyone's tyres, because obviously they're going to be entering their setups and then backing out. Now, if it's a wet race, they won't be out in the 17s, it will be in the 16s. And that's the first 30 seconds gone and no one's retired. So, there's the first one. "40 seconds, only 2. Right, okay. I've got a sneaky suspicion this is a wet race." Then who's good in the wet? What's a minute?
Mike.
Or it could be mixed.
Yeah. So it's taken them over a minute for the majority of them to retire. That's interesting.
Good for us, bad for them.
Just waiting for the last one to retire, and then we can move on.
You duck.
Yep. Obviously returning after missing
Baku.
Same with his teammate Putaland. Putaland also missed Baku. Everyone else, I believe, was there. He's gone out.
Sorry. Is he in the GP? If he's in the F2 chat?
He should be.
Would you like to text him, as I don't have him as a friend, I don't think. Oh, he's slowed.
Yeah, I've just messaged him.
There you go.
There we go.
It took a fellow driver to send the message. Even the AI cut the corner.
I might have a look actually, see if he's in the. Yeah, he's in the group, so he would have seen your message.
Right. Yeah. Maybe notification. I don't know. Notifications can't be off because obviously that he retired. I don't know. I do not know.
Right. On to Q2.
Still cloudy. Now we look at the tyres people select. Michael C soft. Putland soft.
London soft.
Now because there's a small delta between dry, we're being told. So since there was, it's a bit confusing, since there was a long, sorry, let's start again. There isn't a very big delta between the supers and the softs. So I'm surprised, right, one McLaren's on the softs, but traditionally, starting on the supers, it's not,
there you go,
it's been the best way of doing it though. So, we'll see.
Michael C was the first one out, although he's just been overtaken by Soulman. So, again, Soulman will be, you tend to see at most rounds, the first one to set a time.
drivers are selecting the soft tyre.
We've got 50-50 splits at the moment.
Yeah.
And softs and super softs. Both
the
McLarens, Renault, one one Toro Rosso, one Red Bull.
For the last 4 races in the F1 league, the softer tyre has always won.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's won yet in the F2. As in the harder tyre is done.
No, I don't
Pole
think so.
we suspect pole should be in Q3 in the low 17.
Yes. That's what we're expecting based on sort of the information we sort of gathered earlier on today.
Well, we're expecting 17s or mid 17s.
No, I reckon
The
we'll
F1
see
guys have
in
been
the
quicker
low
all
7.
season, so
I do
mid to low 17s.
reckon in sort of 17.3 area, sort of the top end of the low 17s.
Just watching my keeping reference. That's
Just keeping it in the boundaries.
22.0 per sector.
Sector 3 yellows, that'll probably be people slowing down to start a lap.
I would like a track map in the spectator mode, not gonna lie. And a weather forecast as well, I would like that as well.
Yeah. Get rid of the F1 2018 logo at the bottom left hand corner, give us a map or something.
Yes. We know what game we're playing.
There's no need to advertise it.
52 or something in the middle sector.
51.6.
Ah.
Whee! He's lost it though, he's lost the rear end though. Coming out of turn 10. Solman 20.4. First lap set. 20.3 by YR.
20.3 again. Michael C crosses the... No,
19?
he's nowhere near. 19.7.
19.7.
Okay. That... I don't think that might be quick enough getting in.
That was not a clean lap. I'm not going to say
19,
that.
18.6
on supers though.
Okay. May's made an error on his lap.
Yeah, May has made an error.
Putterland 19 form. Putterland went ahead of Michael C.
Yeah, I'd say Michael C's lap was not clean in any shape or form.
Madman starting in second.
He's just starting now around the final corner.
See what we get. So 22.0 was the first sector for Michael C.
Yes.
Oh, we've got to keep an eye on Matey Boy as well. This is the race that he did really well in the test racing, wasn't it?
It was, yes. He took pole in the test race, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember, but he did do very well in the race. 21.9.
21.9.
That's still not spectacular. What was we doing a minute ago? Mid-21s, weren't we?
21.6. That's why. That might be an invalidation.
It was.
It
was.
Yep.
Okay.
What about Soups?
Soups has an invalidated. He's still on it.
Yeah, he's still on it. Just coming up turn 9 now.
Big lift through turn 9. Nobody
that a lot more commitment available there.
22.4 was his first place, by the way.
Okay, so half a second off then, 4 tenths off.
He's back, he's not pushing either, he's in mode 2. I don't know why. Ooh, good deep there. Yeah, this won't be quick, this will be a 20.
Look at the mindset a little bit coming in, getting through on the minimum amount. Sort of being considered here.
It's a risky strategy though.
It is a risky strategy.
But here comes Madman again.
Matey Boy's just started a lap. started his lap now.
21.9 first sector again for Madman.
I'm going to keep an eye on Matey Boy. He gets... That's a Mercedes spun on the inside of turn 3. That will be Charlie getting on in the pit.
Yep. A little bit of a nervous rear end for Madman. Big lift from turn 9 as well.
Quite a bit of understeer for Matey Boy, it seems there.
51.7 middle sector.
Matey Boy 9. Is he committed? Very committed. Matey Boy middle sector 51.9.
These are all fairly similar to Michael C. Madman will cross the line on an 18. Yeah, 18.7. I think that will be enough for him to get through. I think.
Matey Boy just coming around the final corner now. Madden's tyres. The 19.3 for Matey Boy, so not a good last sector.
Mayhem 21.9 first sector.
Where is he? At the bottom of the list.
Turn 7 and 8.
Loose through 7.
Big lift through 9. It's 51.9,
the high
I think.
51.
Cool.
A lot of curb.
Would that be an invalidation? No, it should be.
I would have thought so. We'll see in a minute. But that was all 4 wheels over the curb.
It was.
He was hitting. Yep.
Got to get on with this. We've only got 6.5 minutes left and he's used 2 second tires.
Yeah. And White is on his lap now. He's got traffic ahead of him. 52 Matey Boy gets out of the way.
Still not a hiding pace or something, but
either that or the track conditions aren't optimum or something like that.
Wide to the final corners, be a 20 as well, though. Oh no, 19.8. Two passes right next to each other.
Salman
squeezed in between. Charlie's now out, but
19.06.
hasn't done the representative time yet.
I think, is he about to build up to a lap now, or is he boxing? He's boxing. At the moment, Charlie in mayhem. Charlie has a moment in the pit lane, does he?
Well, it looked like he was about to understeer into the pit lane wall.
He puts a lane 21.9 first sector. Sector 2 yellows. I think
that's a year duck.
What? Talking out the way of his teammate. Oh, just about. Not ideal to be going slowly on the racing line like that.
He had the Honda on board yet, so I'm quite strange. Very nice through the final chicane though.
This will be an 18.
Yep, this will be an 8. No!
17.
17.
17.8.
That's more like it.
That's better. That's more like it.
That's a lot more like it.
Right, Mayhem's back out there now. Charlie's still in the pits, so he's still got to get on with it. Got to fill their cars up for 2 runs, just in case they mess up their first lap. So no chance to pit and use another set again. This is it.
I almost feel like they don't need to go flat out, they just need to get a lap time on the board.
Yes, it's only it's a 20.3 they need to do, or just below, 20.2 really is what they need to aim for.
Mid-19s really to be safe.
Yeah. All yellow sector 3, but again that might just be slow traffic.
Mayhem 21.9 again.
9. It starts, it does.
It's quite handy to get a late apex there.
Yeah. Through 7. Again, the rear stepping out on him there.
That was a 51.
That was definitely a 51. Does he get turn 11 correct this time?
Yep.
Just. Got to get the last couple of corners correct, and this should be enough for him to get through easily.
J19 has improved on the softs. Oh.
Yeah, an 18.6.
No, sorry, he hasn't improved, sorry. That was his time, sorry, on supers. Mayhem is on a 18.7. That's a lot better.
More like it. That'll be enough for him to get through. Charlie is on a lap now. I think he's. No, there we go. Time's readjusted itself.
J19 has come back out again on the softs.
What, another, maybe another set?
No, he did his lap on the supers.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Of course he did. Oh, Charlie spun! It's rain! It's raining! I've just saw some raindrops. I'm pretty certain I just saw some raindrops.
I don't know what rain you're seeing. Charlie's in neutral.
I'm pretty...
Yes, you're right, yep, you're right.
Ooh, are we going to get a wet P3? But Charlie's got to get on with it to get round, but has he missed his chance? Looking very... Is that...
That might be,
can't be the wet track, that might be the tyres, overheated and dirty tyres. But Charlie's got one chance left. There we go. Got to hope the track stays dry enough to get round.
A bit tentative.
Ooh, it's slippery.
It's not there.
23. No, it's gone. It looks like YR and saying that, YR's improving. 19.8. It's now white in the
3 people at 19.8.
Yeah. No, Charlie's gone,
again.
that's it. Fortunately, Charlie's out of qualifying. He rear-ends the barrier.
It's just a good move.
Can White do anything to get out of the drop zone?
No. Or maybe, I don't know.
This could be tight.
To 51.
Could be, you know. When you get the last sector correct. Oh, that's Charlie spinning again. That would have been a bit distracting from White. This should be enough. We can knock YR out again. Yeah. Doing it
89.
Yeah, the YR.
Yeah, because White tried to do a soft to get into Q3 on the soft.
Yeah, it didn't work. And White messed up the last game. So he's out, definitely now. That's it.
He was a 10th up as well.
Yeah. He touched the grass on the outside on the approach to the chicane.
Michael C improves on the soft tyre.
Still only 7.
On a 19.1. Great. Hopefully that doesn't knock out Michael C.
Well, the qualifying had already finished, so no, it shouldn't do. I haven't come up saying Michael C is retired from the session anyway.
I think we're waiting because the ear duct went in the garage, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, rather than finish a lap, he pitted. There we go. So unfortunately, YR and Charlie are out of qualifying. They will start on fresh tyres if it is dry for the race, which is what we have been informed. But are we going to be seeing the intermediate used in Q3? And if so, that could really shake up the grid. That's a fair margin Putterland has there over the other super soft runners.
Yes.
That's got to be quite alarming for some of those drivers.
The delta between the supers and the soft is only 6/10. So even Madman and Michael C are technically on the back foot, but whether or not it's a wet quality free could have a big impact on what the grid looks like.
We are about to see.
It's still raining. Ooh. Is it wet enough for inters? Is it still dry enough for dries?
They're still showing as having supers selected. So
J19 is rushing to get out as quickly as possible.
It might literally be
one lap
the first lap on the board. The first lap on the board is enough to get quali, get pole position. But
J19's already on the move. So is Soulman. Everyone's surely got to be out now.
Oh look, Michael C is out of quali.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So wonder if that's what happened to Matt.
In Australia?
Yeah.
That might make sense.
The AI car hit someone else and
even if you've been done in the session, it's destroyed the car and it's done.
Yeah. So how do we do it now though? Because it's a glitch that's taken a competitor out of the qualifying on without his accord.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the time though. I mean, we're
half past 7.
Short quali would push
now
us towards 8. Short quali would push us, once we start the race, would push us more towards 8 o'clock. But yeah, no, we need to, let me see. Let me message Michael C.
What, see if he is actually out, or...
Yeah, let me just see if I can get hold of him.
Everyone is out on the track now. It is definitely slippery, 22.8 per second for J19. Yeah, big lift through turn 9, definitely wet.
Yeah, it's getting
greasy. 53,
very greasy.
Middlesex, yeah, 53. But J19 will be the first one to cross the line. Putterland is only on an out lap, so is White at now. This is what, going to be a 20 maybe? Maybe in a 21?
21. I'm thinking it's just, they're about 2.5, 3 seconds off. The 21, I think. 21. Closer to a 22.
21.7 is now pop.
What about Madman?
Soulman 22.9. Macy Boy 21.1.
Macy Boy.
Madman's about to come out the final corner now. And we'll do... This will be a 20. 20.6.
Someone went for a tyre. That might be a crash. That's a crash, I think.
Soup's third. Yes, crash in turn 2.
Skating his way around the final couple of corners. This will be a 22, 23, 23-2.
Mayhem's in the third sector as well.
Goes White. White's just ahead of him, but White's messed up. Oh no, White's on outlap. That was outlap, sorry.
Mayhem go across the line. It's going to be 21. 21-9. So 5th. White may struggle here. So may Butcherland. Put an unboxing. That's interesting. If White completes this lap, Putterland will be 9th.
Yeah.
White's 54 in the middle sector. This will be a 22, I think. 22, 23. White will complete this lap.
Yeah, he's got to get around the final corner first.
23? 23.
23-0. That's how much time he lost in the end there.
I think that may be the order.
That might be it.
So it's McLaren 1-3. Mason
Renault
again
Power 1, 2,
doing well at Spain qualifying.
Renault Power 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, something's broken. Quite clearly we're on equal.
Well, even the commentators in real life got a bit excited of false data earlier, didn't they?
Yes!
Getting excited about Alonso doing the fastest middle sector, and then, oh no, he's cut turn 9.
1 whole second fast. Oh no, wait.
He did it 2 laps in a row.
Maybe he's trying to just do circuit tweaks. Imagine that though, the straight that was
as it was described to me earlier, he was going in 5x5 mode.
Ah. We just got bad text. Light rain expected in Q3 apparently. Whee! No! Switzerland going out again. I don't know why. J19 going out on Inters.
Won't improve. Well, he's selected Inters, but he hasn't gone out.
Yes, he has selected Inters.
Switzerland is out there. Obviously just wanted to get a lap on the board, but this surely won't get him any higher than where he is already.
No, indeed. Well, it shouldn't do anyway.
You can always hear the traction control kicking in. Sort of hear the stuttering. in the engine note.
Yeah.
At 23.7. Matey boys out there again, I'd like to point out.
I wonder if it's expected to dry up a bit.
It doesn't look like it's getting any lighter though. He's the only one out there. All the others are either in the pits or have retired. No, it definitely is not. These guys may as well just retire. And literally call it now. I'm not gonna... Unless it literally stops raining right now and dries up. It's not gonna get any better. You never know.
I haven't selected the soft tyre just for a second there. What's Michael C said?
It says it shows him as being in the top 10, but his time at the bottom of the top 10, despite him setting faster times. So it's consistent, as if the game's recognised that he's crashed.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, what Michael C's actually been on the track on his own screen, just not on ours, or?
No, he's not been able to participate. He's just messaged me saying at the end of Q2 it showed him being 10th, even though his time was fast enough for 6th or 7th. So yeah, so the game has sort of put him as out. I don't know why Matey Boy's bothering, to be honest. Fair play, I'm trying, but there's no grip out there. So Madman has got
pole position again.
Pole position.
Callum Rose has joined.
So he has. Just in time for the race. He's literally, if he readies up now, he will be on the grid. 40 minutes late, but he's in.
He's not on my list.
Who? Callum?
Callum Rose.
He's on mine.
Oh, is he? Okay. Anyway, that was the end of Q3. So we have three soft runners at the front.
Yes, we do. And I say 3 Renault powered cars at the front of the grid as well.
And we're being told that the rain was a surprise, was not expected. So then, could we have... No, I was going to say, could we have a surprise? Yeah, see, Callum Rose isn't there.
He hasn't readied up in time.
Right,
He would have had to press ready up to actually get in the lobby, and he obviously didn't do that in time, so he won't make it. If he has readied up now, he'd only be spectating like us.
Yep. So 1941 is what we are. So about 1945 will be races start.
And of course, our normal person we get to start off the formation lap isn't here. Dave 1025. He's normally the person
We have
listening to our
backups.
stream. We have backups. Okay. So what are we sort of expecting strategy-wise then on this round?
Suspect two-stop mixture of softs and supers, unless someone is brave and uses the medium. Medium only loses half a second a lap, but can do nearly 15 more laps
Than the soft.
Yes.
Yeah. You'd have to be brave, but yeah, you'd have to have the pace to be able to pull that off.
Mm.
And it's risky. So yeah, so I do suspect two-stop what? Two sets of softs and a super, or two supers and a soft? Which way do you reckon it'll be?
Supers can only do 18 laps, so mathematically it is possible to do supers, soft supers, but bit of a push, so more likely going to be super soft soft, or soft soft super, or soft super soft.
Yeah, which J19 tried at the last round.
Yes, but of course J19 is starting on the supers this time.
He is. But they need to get the ideally get these supers to go far enough. If we see some early pit stops like we've seen in previous rounds, China being, an example, if they can't get the supers to go far enough and they can't get the softs to go far enough, they might be in trouble.
Well, softs should be able to do 32 laps. But it's a 66 lap race though, isn't it?
Yes, it is. 65, I think. It's 65, 66, one or two. I think it's 65 since the chicane was introduced.
So even...
So two sets of softs.
It should be two sets of softs and one meat and one super, sorry. Should easily do it. But you have to do about 25... No. You have to do about 28 laps on each set of supers. On each set of softs, sorry.
25 to 28, something like that.
Well, even if you do 25, that means you have to do 16 on a set of supers.
Which is pushing it, which is the point of my question. If they can't... Oh, Michael C's left.
And has left the
screen
lobby as well.
But we don't do restarts, do we?
No. Not been a very good race for Michael C. It wasn't a very good Baku for him either.
Well, no, he was out on lap 2.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a very good race for him.
Didn't really get going.
So now down to 11. Right, it's time to start.
I was just going to see if Michael C was going to get back in and see if his car was actually still available, but that's now too late.
Yeah, because his car won't be on the grid because his name isn't there anymore.
I have seen it, people reappear if they joined while we're in this waiting period, which is why I was saying hopefully he can get back in. But once the formation lap starts, that's it.
Mm. Is there a gap where the hash should have been? Michael C's name's still there.
Yeah, but you can't select his car.
Right.
Callum Rhodes is here.
Oh yeah, so he is.
He's in his Ferrari. And he's in his Ferrari, which is actually his actual car. So that's lucky for him. Although Callum Rhodes is actually shown as being disconnected on my screen.
See?
Yeah, if I'm on board with YR and Callum Rose's car in front has got the, well now behind,
the X on it.
Now, it shows the X on it. It's almost if he's joined and then left. Joined soon enough for his car to be here.
Right, so a bit of a messed up grid already. So we're going to have a Ferrari trundling around at the back the entire time. I think.
Yeah, but at least he'll ghost this time. Not like what we saw at Australia with YR's car, I think it was.
Mm.
So I think we're actually down to, as you say, 11 actual people here. Because Michael C's not here, his car's not there, and it looks like Callum Rose's car is disconnected.
So now we have to wait. I was going to say we have to wait for that Ferrari to get round now.
No, he's there. I was just thinking, will it actually disappear? But no, it's not going to, is it? There we go. 3 lights, 4 and 5. There's a long hold,
Very long hold.
Traditional lag.
There we go.
Traditional lag start, I think. There we go.
Oh, man, got a very good start there. Very good start from Mayhem.
Yes,
Already up to
did.
third. Whoa.
Oh, look. There was that laggy Haas there. But Matey Boy into the lead.
Ooh, it's going to be contact.
Oh, it's been contact. There's a Toro Rosso across the runoff.
Up to put to land.
Put to land. But Matey Boy to the lead. Oh, White's lunge up the inside on Soups.
Well, White's come from miles back.
Yes, he was.
He's made up 3 places.
That's a point. I thought I actually had my data up, wasn't it? Yeah, White's had a terrific start. Putterland's up 2. And so's Mayhem.
Charlie's made up 3 as well.
Ooh, so Putterland on J19. Oh, contact, bang.
Whoa, Mayhem's gone.
No damage. Oh, Mayhem's gone, and that's a. Putterland will have no wing now as well. Mayhem spun at his favourite corner. Oh, if that had been simulation damage, that would have been race over.
Here we go again, first drag race of Spain. Charlie's in, Putterland's in.
And Mayhem will be in as well, has to be.
Putterland
sped in the pit lane. White up to 3rd.
We also expect quite a few corner cutting at this track as well.
Track limits is a lot easier to build up than Baku was 2 weeks ago for these guys. So yeah, so do expect to see a few penalties through the race.
Rejuvenated Matey Boy coming back to Spain after the test race.
Yeah, he's
Who won the battle off of pit road anyway? It was Charlie. Charlie won that battle.
Can you see what happened with Charlie? I don't know if he just got caught up in that Putterland Mayhem crash at turn 12.
Year Duck up to 7th.
The Soulman held on to 6th.
Matey Boy got a bit more of a lead.
Yeah, stretched it out by a couple of tenths. Using more battery though, which would explain that a little bit.
He did that though, didn't he, in the test race?
Yeah. Yeah, he used a lot of battery in the opening laps, and then
fell back.
Pretty much went in a conservation mode for the rest of the race, and yeah, fell backwards as a result.
What's that Madman's in mode 3 himself.
YR is lining up Soulman.
Madman trying to gain on him going down the straight
Yellow
to turn.
sector 2, that's Callum Rose's. Oh, Callum Rose is here.
That's in after turn 5.
Yeah, that's out of
4, sorry.
Out of 4.
Is fuel an issue here?
I think it is.
Because Matey Boy's in a yellow fuel mode.
So
Callum Rose is retired.
I think it is because it's actually a 66 lap race, so you were right. And I remember Mayhem speaking earlier in the practice session before you joined us earlier on today. The maximum amount you can put in is like 65.5. So you don't actually have enough to start the race with, although saving shouldn't be too much of a problem as you duck lunges on Soulman.
Charlie spun again, that's the yellow flag.
Soulman spun as well. A real mess there through turns 1, 2 and 3.
Charlie's going to have to box again. Put to land fastest lap.
Soulman's got to box as well, he's knocked his wing.
No, Charlie goes round again.
Again, it's going to be a case, if you finish, well, pretty much already, if you finish, you score points pretty much, if one more person retires.
We've got the battle emerging for 3rd as well.
Yes.
But Soups with good pace as well on the soft tyre, didn't realise that. How's the lead battle going on?
It's sort of ebbing and flowing around the 7/10 mark. You like DRS will Madman.
Not using it though.
No, not using it.
Is this DRS? Is this DRS broken?
It could well be. Either that or Matey Boy had a real shocking end to the lap. And Callum Rose left, so that was a short-lived.
Yep, very short-lived.
The Madman is definitely the quicker car right now.
Yes.
Although once again, that rear is not looking all that stable. Yeah, again, neither's Matey Boys. Putterland's past Solomon, and Solomon's boxing for his wing damage, that'll be. Ooh, we see him move into 10. Matey Boy's been defensive. Sort of.
Look in the background. Soups' DRS
the
is working.
Madman. Madman's got the cutback.
But Matey
Boy spun. Oh. And Madman retakes the lead of having lost it at the start.
What about the freeway
Yes.
scrap behind?
Yeah, I've just flicked onto that now, having just seen the interval gaps. This could be a drag race down to turn 1.
Well, I think J19's got a poor exit. White's using quite a bit of battery, but Soup's got a very good exit out of the final corner.
Soups might be...
This might be plain sailing for Soups.
Go get it done. Let's go get it stopped.
He hasn't, really.
No, not really. Oh yeah,
Blood and Sands has crashed. White's wide through 3. This is an opportunity for J19.
J19.
Last time's winner is now through.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah,
the top
J19.
4 in the same top 4 positions that they started in. Where did Blood and Sands crash? Ooh, he's in the middle of the final corner.
Oh. Yes, so he is. I've just seen that.
How is that not a safety car? I'm sorry. How is that not going to be a safety car? Is that off?
No, it's on.
It's clearly not working. This car shouldn't be still there. Whee! That's you don't really go off track. No, his car's not there now.
J19's caught right to the back of Soups already.
Well, remember, J19's on a grade softer tyre.
Left white.
Isn't really gaining though. Or isn't gaining enough, sorry.
In that car.
Ooh, Soups in the car! An important thing in this race is to maintain tyre temperature in the front left. That's why it might be better to start on the harder of the two of the tyres, so it's easier to maintain that temperature on the higher fuel load.
Yeah, J19 will be eager to get past, because don't forget, J19 currently is
leader of the championship. Yes.
And we won't want to be losing too many points on Madman.
Oh, he's going around the outside into 10. Can't
Not gonna
do
work.
that. Oh, he's right behind him though.
12. We've got to wait until turn 1 unless Soups makes an error. Just got to keep it clean and tidy through here. But Soups has got the better exit again.
Yeah, Soups does.
There we go. It's the first penalty of the day.
Charlie back in the pit lane. Charlie already a lap down.
Yes, so he is. Ooh, yeah, J19 again not close enough as a result of that poor exit out the last chicane.
Everything has sort of died down now a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, oh, yeah,
bit of a
had
wiggle.
an excursion in the gravel.
Who?
Out of the Year Duck, had a little excursion out of the final corner, picking up some gravel. Yeah, apart from J19 and Soups, they're already spreading out, or spread out.
Well, it didn't help, I think. Well, what you got to remember is Year Duck.
Oh, J19,
Oh,
there you
J19
go.
has a penalty as well.
No,
Now we've got to also
Yep,
we've got to also remind ourselves that it's not time penalties doesn't necessarily contribute to driver license points, only when they get 10, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, and this,
Sector 3 yellow.
Rules, who's that?
I don't know. We're in sector. I'm on board with
Charlie.
Oh
Charlie,
yes, it is.
He's on the inside of between
10.
12 and 13. That's between 12 and 13.
Is that slightly better from J19? It looks slightly better. It was slightly better from J19 this time. Is he close enough? Yes, he's close enough this time.
Yeah, he's close enough this time. Just got to get it done though.
Yep, he will do. Soups isn't defending.
Ooh. J91 now. Charlie retires.
In the pit lane. Year Duck's in the pit lane.
Down to 9.
Mayhem spun again at his favourite corner.
He's on the medium.
Sector
Sector
1 yellow.
1 yellows. Who's that? Putterland. Is that Putterland? No, it's Charlie's car. Charlie's car just come out the pit lane, that's what that is. I thought it was J19 for a second, I just saw a slow Merc.
No, wrong Merc.
Oh, yeah. YR just had to navigate round Charlie's car. Charlie's car was navigating slowly through turn 3. Mayhem comes through there now. Charlie's car's there. Still circulating slowly. And now pulled over.
Soups isn't too far behind J19 still 6 tenths. When are we expecting J19 in? Is White's now in?
Lap 10?
9.
9, sorry, yeah.
Very early stops for these super softs.
Softs going on. Oh, I got the visual glitch again. He's on softs, yet the screen is showing me super.
You will love that glitch.
No, it's confusing. Yeah, Soups hasn't. Yeah, I think J19's tyres are
past their best.
Past their best because yeah, Soups is coming back at him. I think Matey Boy's closed the gap to Madman this lap. A little bit.
Not much. I think it ebbs and flows between parts of the lap.
When will J19 think of pitting? Geez, a lot of his deployment this lap. Right, goes on again. That just shows the gaps that were built up due to those early stops and crashes. White has pitted and rejoined still in fifth.
Yeah, but half a minute behind Soups.
Half a minute behind Suits, but still 10 seconds ahead of Putterland.
We've got the top 4 in relatively close proximity. It'll be interesting to see what J19 actually does, because obviously it'll be interesting to see how that goes, because he's technically on the more optimal strategy for the first half of the race, because obviously he'll have the undercut when he pits in. So he just needs to sort of stay there for as long as possible.
And he won't, unless he uses the track map in like full map mode, he won't know it, but when he pits, assuming he has no issues, he will have a lot of clean air as well to push. Because behind Soups, as we've already said, it's 35
Matey Boy's made an error.
Matey Boy has made an error.
J19 goes on again. Soups is a bit close as well, 6 tenths.
Yep, Soups will get his DRS back. I think.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But J19's in mode 5. He's not really, so he's not really gaining.
Nice helicopter shot I'm getting here. There we go, that goes. Yeah, J19 not as comfortable through turn 3 anymore. Soups is right on him. Should be a move into 4. No.
Nope.
J19 outbreaks him.
Yeah, it did look like a long sort of pause in turn 3 looking at the throttle.
So Madman leads by just shy of 4 seconds from Matey Boy. J19 a further 1.2 back. Soups right on his backside. And he got half a minute further back than White. Followed by 15 seconds to Putterland, Year Duck 7th, Mayhem 8th, and Soulman rounding out what is the top 9 that we have left in this race already.
So J19 has got the spanner on his dash, which means surely he'll be pitting in now.
So yeah, he's in He's in his pit stop window. That's what that will mean.
Yep,
he's
he's
coming in. Ooh, a little bit close from Suit. His gear ducts past his teammate. I think Putterland's made an error.
Sarman was also in as well.
Again. Yep, J19 onto soft. White is only just coming through the chicane now, so he'll easily come out in 4th place.
Yep, soft tyres for J19.
White does the fastest lap of the race, 23.1 on his first flying lap out of the pits.
What does that compare? What does that compare to though for the guys who started on soft tyres, their fastest lap?
Let's have a look. So White's done a 23.1, Madden's fastest 23.7, Matey Boy 23.5, Suits 24.1, and J19 up to now is only a 24.0 on those supers.
So now we'll see.
Putterland on a 23.4. It's his fastest lap.
Who's on supers though?
Yeah, but again, it shows the potential he has if he was able to get through the first few laps. Or if you fair with Putterland, it was not his fault at all.
Nope. That maniac in the purple, in the pink thing.
Yeah, get your colours right.
Have you seen the time J19 has caught?
Yeah.
That was easily in the mid-20s, it's now in the mid-19s.
Yeah, he will get a massive undercut at this point, so he would... It's going to be... It depends how much...
How long he can run on them softs.
At that pace.
The guys at the front, this is the problem you've got. The guys at the front need to go to about lap 25.
They've got... Yeah, they're only halfway through their stint. Just over halfway through their stint. So... Even if J19 is faster, there's not a lot they can do about it.
He's already taken a second out of Soups this lap.
Yeah. So we can already safely say that J19 has jumped Matey Boy as well.
Yeah! That was close.
What the... Sorry, Chinese man has joined.
Oh, J19 went sideways through turn 9 into the gravel at turn 9, speared to driver's right and was along the grass for a few minutes going down the back straight. That's why he lost a bit of time.
That shows how hard he's pushing.
He still do the fastest lap, I believe.
Nope.
No, he did not.
23.8 that lap was. That's still his personal best, but yeah.
He lost about half a second. He lost half a second through that mistake. So do you think J19 might be on a free stop?
Well, we'll get an answer depending on when he pits next time around. If he's two-stopping...
What lap did he pit? Lap 12. So he would need to have 54 laps remaining. Sector 3, yellow. Let's go to... Oh, in the pit lane entry. I was trying to find mayhem, surprisingly, but there we go. But so then we'd have 54 laps remaining, which means we'd have to do 27
laps each on each set
of softs.
Yeah,
it's doable, but not easy.
Not at the pace he's trying to go at.
Whereas these guys have got to do 20, even if they do 25 or 26 laps, that only puts them on 52. So they really need to get to 25, 26 laps.
There you go,
22.5. Look at that. That's more like it. He's taken about.
Gets out the way as well.
He's taken 4 seconds out of Soups, and Soups is right behind Matey Boy.
Yeah, I think these guys are. That's wide from Soups. These guys are struggling to keep.
J19 is now in a net lead, I think, in the next couple of laps.
He's 22.7, 22.6 behind Madman. So 22 and a half, and we're probably 20 odd seconds, 21 seconds for a stop.
Yeah, I would say 20 seconds just to be safe.
He's not there yet, but you would think if he keeps at this pace, he will be by the time Madman
needs 3 seconds. Will anyone box? It's got to be too early when you're on the softs. This is a promise starting on the soft tyre.
Yeah, you have to sort of sacrifice this stint of the race. And then likewise again, towards the end of the second stint, unless they do what J19 attempted at Baku to even it out.
J19 another 22.5.
Soulman, what was that? Goodness. Great, what? Soulman, J19, I don't know if you saw that, Stephen.
No, I did not.
J19 approached Soulman to lap him coming down the pit straight in his slipstream, and Soulman just slams on the brakes on the racing line.
Well, these two have had a spat during the week. Haven't they?
They have done. Yeah, they've had a... Well, I say they've had a disagreement. Soulman has had a few words to say regarding the...
that was better from J19 from turn 9, a lot more safe. Another 3 second time for putting land.
Yes. The way that J19 won the race at Baku. Soulman, no, that's Soulman.
That's braking, turning in the braking zone, that is.
Yeah, that's moving in the braking zone. He's going to lose it now.
Yep, that's spun.
I'm sorry, Soulman, but...
the lead is coming down.
It is. I was going to say, I'm sorry, Soulman, but the last 2/3 of the lap there I've just witnessed, that was not good driving, I'm afraid.
Mayhem is catching Year Duck slowly. It seems like we've got sort of White, I can see having a lonely race.
Yep.
It seems to really be between the top 4 now.
Oh, J19 is now 18 and a half behind the leader.
Yep, so that's definitely a pit stop.
That's definitely, yeah, he will definitely, as long as he keeps it on the road, we'll rejoin it. Oh, when everyone pits, we'll be in the lead of the race. Then these drivers will start coming back at him towards the end of J19 stint, and they will just ebb and flow throughout the rest of the race, assuming there are no issues or collisions or anything else, like safety cars or anything like that.
It's interesting though, the gap is coming down at the front. Soups is in DRS of J19, of Maisie Boy now.
If you look back at the earlier races, and even last season, Madman has been quite notorious to pit extremely early.
Yes, he was saying this to me a couple of days ago. The reason why he had trouble with tyre temperatures, or tyre wear, sorry, was because he was on a controller. He's now on a wheel this season. And he's noticed, he said that he should have done a hell of a long time ago, and he's finding tyre management a lot easier. The reason why J19 is not catching at the same velocity is rated. What's that? Yellow flag. That's Year Duck.
Turn 12 again.
The reason why J19 isn't catching Soups as such quickly is because he's run out of battery slightly.
Yeah, he's used a lot of his battery to
close the gap up.
That gap, but to be honest, he's got the gap he needs now. It'll be a case of...
It's quite easy to save battery round here, though.
It is.
Especially through that final sector, it's quite easy. Oh, mate. Oh, Soups is in. That's early. That's really early. That's a free stop. Unless he's running mediums, that's a free stop. Regardless of what he does.
What does this guy go on? It's softs. It's another set of soft tyres.
J19 is now 16.5 behind the leader. I would like to stress at this moment as well, Mayhem could go all the way to lap 40.
And then do a set of softs to the end.
Yes.
He did run, what was it, China? Was it China?
J19, another 3 second time penalty. That's third?
Second. That's his second.
Right.
Putterland's had 2, J19's had 2, Year Ducks had 1, I believe.
So when will the others box? Madman's now in. This is interesting.
I was going to say the McLarens tend to pit a lap apart.
Matey Boy goes around again. So this is interesting. Admittedly, Soups is right by White, but Soups will pull away because White is on older tyres.
A19 is already past Madman. That shows how much of a gap he will have. But Madman will be
about 8 seconds, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, about 6 seconds, sorry.
6 seconds, yeah. What does Matey Boy do? Does he pit to cover him off, or does he do his own thing? If he does his own thing, he's at risk of being left behind.
But it'll be easier for him at the end though, because for the McLarens to be on a 2-stop, I think it's unless it's impossible now for the McLaren to do a 2-stop unless they use the mediums.
Yeah, because if they've only done 20 laps on the soft, that doesn't include what they've done in quali. So say 22.
Yep. 10 laps short.
They're going to get to lap 42 next time round, 42, 43, which still leaves 23 laps to go.
Yeah.
So that may not, even with 3 sets of softs, they'd be struggling at that rate. If Matey Boy does go around again, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah. Because if Matey Boy, even if Matey Boy gets to 25, he's still on a 2-stop.
He is. He gets to 25. That includes what he done in quali, which should mean he'll get to about 52.
52, and that's 14 then on supers, which is doable.
Which is, should easily be doable to the end. Because J19 did 12, and that was plus what he did in quali, which was added to about 14 laps. So, and on the light fuel load, you should think it should work. Putterland another one. That's his third. So Putterland, we're getting close. So, as you stressed earlier on, under the revamped rules for this year, the first couple of thresholds for the corner cut penalties means you get an additional time penalty on top of that, rather than license points. It's when you get to pretty much to the extreme ends of corner cutting when the license points get included.
22-2 from Madman.
22-2.
Because this is what I don't understand. If you're doing a free stopper, surely you wouldn't go all the way to lap 20 on the softs.
No. If you're doing free, I mean, so what would be 42, which would be 23 laps to the end. Yeah, so hitting, even doing 2 sets of supers in 23 laps isn't really
logical.
ideal either. It's not logical. They're not long enough stints. It's like 11 and a 12 lap stint, so yeah, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, the McLarens, it seemed like at the moment.
Oh, yellow sector 3, where's Mayhem?
Gear duck again.
All
gear
right.
duck, but at the right corner. The correct corner, just wrong car.
It's Matey, but the leader gets through.
Yep. But
What
yeah,
does the leader do this time?
Moment, you would say have potentially shot themselves in the foot a little bit.
Goes round again. The leader goes round again. Yep.
Yeah.
And the leader is now inside his pit window now.
He is.
And he's... He needs to think of the bigger picture. I think he'll come out behind White. I think. If not, it'll be very... No, it'll be fine.
White's 24 seconds behind, so no, he should slot in between Soups and White. So he will lose ground initially, position-wise, but again, it will be a case of it will come back to him at the end. So it's just a case of stay with it. Don't push too hard. Don't make any mistakes.
The problem is, though, will he be able to make up the difference though in the final stint? That's the issue with doing that. Where you do J19's way, you know you have the gap.
Yeah.
But J19, remember, shot himself in the foot because he's got 2 penalties.
Yeah. Or no, unless he does, he's in now.
Oh.
Unless he does the J19 way from Baku and uses the supers now to catch up and then do the same pit stop window to the end. If the McLarens were only going to stop one more time out of and he's going on. It's supers, super softs. So he's doing the J19 way.
That's interesting though. So now he has to get to what? Lap 40?
40, 41?
Well, 40 would do him 26, which is doable.
41 will give you 25. So yeah, 40, 41 ideally. And he did come out just in front, about 3 seconds in front of White. So it's about 21 seconds for a stop.
But he's only 12.7 behind as someone's spun again. It's not Mayhem though. It was Mayhem, sorry. It was Mayhem. He's lost 5 seconds.
Yeah, Matey Boy is 14.1 off the lead.
I'm comparing him more to Madman at the moment.
So to Madman's is what, 13, it's about 12 and a half. About 12 and a half seconds to Madman.
So we've got the McLarens doing their thing, J19 doing a different thing, and Matey Boy doing completely Bulu thing.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see what, well, you've got traffic in a Toro Rosso of Butterland between him and Soups of Matey Boy. But he shouldn't get in his way this lap, so we should hopefully see. He might get in his way this lap. Solman gets a penalty. Hopefully we might be able to see what kind of lap times Matey Boy's able to do on this tyre. And if he'll be able to drag himself back into play.
Potland should stay left, yep.
That's perfectly done. What we like to do. And as we've already stressed at the start of this broadcast, Matey Boy loves it round here.
Yep.
So what's the fastest lap so far?
22.2.
22.2 from Madman.
There should be a 21.
I reckon this might be a mid-21. I'll have to find out around the final corner. Oh, Suits is wide, I think.
21.
Oh, 21.8.
White's in the pits. After 16 laps. That's early.
That's rather early. Has he damaged his wing, or is he...
I don't know.
Yeah,
Madman's now in. Madman's now in DRS. No,
right,
going on to mediums.
Just a jerk, but onto mediums.
Now that will get him to the end.
Can he last it to the end though? That's the thing.
Right, Madman is right up behind the leader. Now, if Madman beats J19, does that mean, as in first and second, does that mean Madman retakes the lead in the championship?
I believe so. I will double check it now, but I believe so. So I don't think the gap's that big between the two of them at the top of the standings.
Ooh, that was close. I think, yeah, Madman's DRS is now working. This should be easy.
Yeah, the gap's only 2 points between the two of them.
Yeah, this is easy.
Madman retakes the lead. Ooh, just. J19 didn't want to let that go. And Matey Boy is on Soups.
Round the outside.
Third. Oh, Soups is wide for 3. More yellow sector 3.
Not Mayhem this time.
Soul Man. I do apologise, Mayhem, for all the bad publicity that Stephen is giving you right now.
But you did say you'd spin all the time at turn 11, so I'm coming to expect it.
Both Rossos have gone off at turn 5.
What, at the same time?
At the same time. Year Duck turned in too early into 5 and was on the inside of the corner. Hoodland outbraked himself and was on the outside of the corner. Bit of a bizarre moment there.
So J19's about... J19 will have to pit around lap 40.
He's about... Well, he's done 15, 16... He's on his 16th lap now.
So 40 will give him to 27. So yeah, 40 is when he really needs to pit.
Yeah, 40 needs to pit, and then I'll give him 26 at the end.
Oh, has Madman made an error?
Madman was slow out the final corner.
Ah. Because the gap was over a second, and then it went to 7/10 all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think J19 was just in DRS zone at the detection point, but Madman was slow on the final corner as well, which didn't help his cause. Matey Boy's already lost time to J19 in this lap.
As I said, the supers only give you half a second.
Yeah.
Of a delta, and mediums only give you really half a second, and the softs only gives you half a second to the mediums. So the mediums may not be a bad tie around here.
No, you just need to get them to work.
Yeah, so whether or not you did supers, mediums, supers, maybe.
Wacky, but... Ooh, J19 loose out of second to last turn. I think he was still within DRS at the detection point.
No.
No, he wasn't.
The problem with doing supers, mediums, supers is the fact that you'd have to do 10 laps on the supers and then do near enough 35. So that's going to be turn 9, isn't it?
Look at it! Look at these Toro Rossos.
Oh my god!
At it, Hammer and Top. Coming down the pitch straight. This is going to be tight into turn 1. The Ducks have to concede the position. He does. Just.
Oh god.
Yeah, Matey Boy's strategy is not working because he's losing ground now. He's already used the best of that tyre.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes wide at 5 again.
Would it actually be better, therefore, to run soft, medium, soft? And treat the soft like the supers?
Potentially, but again, it all comes down to, can you get that medium to work and can you get the pace out the tyre? That's what it all comes down to. There's no point doing that if you're going to be second half, 2 seconds off the pace on the medium. So it all comes down to your setup, your confidence, and just, you know, everything about the car and the way you drive to get those mediums to work.
I'm still interested to see what these McLarens are going to do.
Yeah. Because if they're going to still do a 2-stop, they've got to go a long way on this set.
They've got to go beyond the recommended life expectancy.
Unless they do the strategy you just talked about, but do mediums to the
Supes
end.
Pass!
J19 gets another penalty.
Yeah, because Matey Boy's now struggling on his supers, and now Supes is catching up Matey Boy.
The only thing I can think of, if the McLarens only do 2 stops to the end, is, as you said, maybe using mediums to the end from this point. To do soft, medium. That'll be, as you say, the only way they can get to the end with only 1 more stop.
Because J19, if he gets another 9 laps out of it, can go on softs.
Softs again. And that is where we'll see the difference in the tyre performance, grip, and everything. Just so yellow sector 1 this time. It's Mayhem turn 2. Just as the leaders come through.
You nearly did it. You nearly did it. This is
For those who don't understand what Stephen was on about just there, it's like an ongoing running joke about us mixing the names of Madman and Mayhem up. It's been ongoing for about 2 years.
Yes.
And after 2 years, we're still getting it potentially wrong.
4.
Yeah. So you.
Is that 3 or 4?
No,
I don't know.
No, that's his 2nd or 3rd. I'll have a quick look actually. So Madman, no warnings.
Pretty impressive.
J19, 1, 2, 3 penalties. Matey Boy, 1 warning. Supes is on 2 warnings, on the verge of a 10. White is on 1 warning. Mayhem, 1, 2. Well, actually, let me check Supes. White, sorry, because Mayhem shown us 3 warnings but no penalties. So I reckon one of those warnings on lap 1 may have been the collision with Putterland.
Yes, would have been.
So Putterland is on 1, 2, 3, 4. New Duck's on 1, 2. And Soulman is on 1. So the only people getting additional time penalties right now is Putterland, but J19 is getting rather close. J19's only 1 penalty away from getting additional 15 seconds added to his race time.
Supes is literally pushing Matey Boy round the corner now.
Again, this is this issue with Matey Boy. He can't pit too early, otherwise his strategy's done.
Yeah.
He's got to pull up with his tyres for another
4 laps.
What? 4, 5, 6 laps.
Well, he needs to get to really lap 40 himself.
Yeah. So yeah,
39, 40 himself. Really.
Because if he pits in 4 laps, that's just over half distance.
Yeah.
He's literally at half distance now. Right, can Supes get the run this time?
Should be able to.
Oh, he's not got the best exit again. He should still get... Matey boy's got good straight line speed in his car though. Here comes Suits. Is he brave enough? No. The problem is turn 1 now, it's not really
an out-braking
zone. It's not really an out-braking zone anymore with these cars. You've got to be already alongside to make that work. But to turn 4 you could. Matey boy's wide. That's let Suits through, but can Matey boy come back into 5? Nope. It was too wide through 4. Suits has finally got through.
So for the McLarens to make their strategy work, they need to pit lap 50 if they're going to do a 2-stop for Supers.
But that's 16 laps from now. So they're going to be doing 30 laps.
That's doable, but it's running it close.
It's right on the upper limit of what was it, 32 laps?
32 laps the softs could do.
Is the full lifespan of those tyres.
Mayhem's now on lap 32 on his...
Yeah, J19 just gained 4 tenths there. Has Madden made an error again? J19's closed half a second all of a sudden.
J19 may have had DRS off of Mayhem. Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, Mayhem is near enough half distance in terms of laps done on one set of tyres.
Because the mediums are quite good, that's the thing. It's a very good consistent tyre and it doesn't overheat and it's very easy to manage.
Yeah. But so he's got another 8 laps or so on that tyre. Still potential. Mayhem.
Yes.
And that'll be enough for him to do softs to the end.
Yes. So by that logic, it is doable for a 1-stop, but whether or not the pace is there, that's the problem. Because you saw the first stint on the softs, they were not that impressive.
Yeah. You've got to have the pace there, you've got to keep it clean and tidy as well, no errors. It's one mistake and that stint, the stint you're on is pretty much ruined. This madman has just lapped Soulman. It's now sort of a cooling off period now.
Yeah.
For the next round of stops.
J19 only needs to make another a minimum of 4 laps.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to keep an eye on this because J19's approaching Soulman again. With what I saw earlier on when he came to lap in. I want to make sure that there's no problems here because, again, as we've already stressed, there have been issues between these two after Baku. Well, it's hard to tell if someone's trying to get out of the way, if he's just struggling to keep his car in shit. No, so he's done it again. He's done that again. That looked like a clear brake check to me.
Yeah. Now, J19 in theory can go to the end from here, but that has ruined his race.
Yeah, because he's going to lose the extra time from the stop.
And now we find ourselves in McLaren 1-2. I take it McLaren are leading in the...
spun. J19 spun out the pits.
And damaged his wing again.
Damaged his wing again. That is pure frustration kicking in there now.
Yep.
Oh, I feel so sorry for him. He's done nothing wrong
Nope.
all day. There is going to be. I hope people don't lose their rag in the week, because there could be some serious consequences for what we've witnessed today.
Was Mayhem boxed again? Or am I on the wrong...
Mayhem, no.
What's happened to Mayhem then?
Well, no, because J19, he hasn't got to the
Oh,
point where
sorry,
J19's
that's why.
done.
Yep, sorry, yep. Because all of a sudden it was like a minute and a half to white. I'm thinking,
It'll
hang on a
jump
minute.
down now. There you go, it's jumping down now.
So Matey Boy's in for softs, but... Ooh, what's that? 28?
28 laps.
That is doable.
But
Difficult,
again,
but doable.
Limit. I think that's a lap or two too early because he wasn't getting... Those supers were done.
Yeah.
I think that was his problem.
Oh, who's now?
J19's retired.
Gone. That's a crash.
Did he crash?
Hang on, let's have a look. I'm on board with Mayhem.
Yeah, so am I. They were sector 3, it said, the yellows.
Turn 10?
We've just gone through 10, there's 11.
No.
It's 12?
No.
No. Or is he just retired in the pit lane? Does Mayhem get the penalty?
He might have retired in the pit lane.
Oh, yellows. Yellows at the end of the lap. Yeah,
oh, has he crashed into the pit lane wall?
Oh, he's crashed in the pit. He's crashed in the pit wall. Just saw his car before it disappeared. He's crashed in the pit wall on the approach to the pit lane. So with that damaged wing, he's probably just fueled understeered into the pit wall.
Right.
Okay.
So Mayhem's still going, 36 laps on his mediums now. So he can pit next lap.
Yeah, that front left, if you go on board with him, the front left is looking a little bit worse for wear now.
Yes. But he has had a couple of spins, remember?
He has. Madden starts lap 40. He's only a couple of laps away from matching the amount of laps he did in the first stint, plus what he did in quali. So we're not far away, really. Oh, Suits is in, as I speak.
So what's he going to be on then? Mediums? Has to be.
It's got to be mediums, unless he's doing a free stop with two lots of supers. But even then, that's...
I see more softs. That's
no,
mediums.
Medium. That's mediums.
Matey Boy's going to overtake Soups. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
With a very
no, it isn't. Yeah.
with a very complicated lapping manoeuvre going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that a Toro Rosso unlapping itself? But it wasn't. It was a Toro Rosso not really easing off the throttle.
That's Putterland.
Was it Putterland, sorry?
It was Putterland. Ooh, white sideways. This is the problem with, well, not really a problem, but a trait of the mediums. They do take a lap or a bit to warm up.
Yes.
But Soups and Madman, because Madman will be boxing this. No, Madman carries on. Madman's gone around again.
Breaking the trend of the...
Okay.
Oh, Matey Boy's deep into 10.
But Matey Boy will pull away from Soups until about lap 55.
Yeah, because
then I think it will equal out, I think. Well, at every single lap now, it will start to equal out. Mayhem should really box.
It's quite funny. I'm on board with Matey Boy. It's the car still shows him being on supers. The graphic clearly shows otherwise.
No, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
That's a you problem. Oh, your duck's gone. That's a crash.
I think that was turn 2, I want to say.
That was sector 3 yellow, I thought I saw.
Was it sector 3? I thought I saw yellows in turn 2.
On board with Mayhem. Yep, yellow. Yep, Mayhem corner. Gone in Mayhem corner. Nose first. And I don't. I mean the action. Mean the corner's caused Mayhem, not the Mayhem as in the Mayhem has crashed at Mayhem's corner all the time. Yellow flag sector 2 now. Mayhem's now in.
Mayhem has finally pitted after 38
it was
laps.
put to land off the track at turn 10 and has got a penalty for letting someone through.
Alright, he can get that one removed as long as he doesn't get another warning. Then it wouldn't matter anyway.
Mayhem's on softs.
To the end?
Which is easy, 24 laps.
Which 24 laps should easily be doable.
Yeah. And he's now on lap.
What?
Is he 2 laps down? No, 1 lap down.
No, he's one and a half laps down, so it's 23 laps he's really for him.
No, because the lap counter works on the leader.
Yeah, I know, so he's on lap 41.
Oh, sorry, right.
He's on lap 41, isn't he? So, but he's only going to be doing to lap 65, isn't he? Not 60. No,
yeah,
it should be 24. It will be still 24. My apologies.
Stop trying to overthink things. Madman goes round again.
I wonder if Madman realised
the problem.
But the problem is,
Soup's
his main threat was J19, and that's gone. So
well, the problem is that Madman can now. I think the problem that Soups had was he had to cover off Mayboy, but Madman doesn't have anyone to really trouble him at the moment, so he can go as far as he needs to. But he still needs to get to lap 50, though. And then sort of survive on the supers.
Yeah.
Have you noticed White's not too far away from Soups himself? Agreed his tyres have done a hell of a lot of laps more, but Putterland's now in himself.
26 laps on those soft tyres he's done. Putterland goes on another set of softs. So when Madman goes around again, when will he...
Is he trying to get to lap 50 to go on supers?
That's the only logical thing I can think of here. Because if he was going to do what Soups has done,
he would have pitted.
He should have been in by now. Yeah, it would be no point staying out this long.
Definitely a tricky one.
I also find it back complex and I also find it ironic that his stream stopped before any incident happened.
Oh, I think I've turned you down. Oops, sorry.
No, I might have been speaking a bit too soon, too low there. Hello?
Hello. No, I turned the volume down on the thing by accident. So Mayhem... I think what? Oh, for God's sakes.
Stephen.
Right, we'll try again.
By the sounds of it.
So White should be safe by Mayhem. Mayhem should be safe from Putterland. Putterland should be safe by Saltman. Soup should also be safe from White because White, in theory, can go to the end, but suspicion means that he probably won't.
Yeah.
And we believe Madman should be safe as well. Because even if he pits now, he should have a 15-second lead.
Yeah, he should. Well, he will easily rejoin the lead as long as he doesn't have any problems.
So the only ones that should or could have an issue or could change would be Matey Boy and Soups. But that won't happen until the very end. Putterland does the fastest lap.
The very confusing name that this game was given, the Red Bull Toro Rosso Honda.
Yes.
I appreciate they're sponsored by Red Bull, but don't put in a title considering there is actually a Red Bull team. Especially next season, there'll be Red Bull Honda, Red Bull Toro Rosso Honda.
Indeed.
Good grief.
It should be, well, technically, Toro Rosso's name is
Scuderia Toro Rosso.
Scuderia Toro Rosso, yeah. So,
yeah, for some
it's
reason
totally
they haven't done
wrong
that on this game. It is wrong. Yeah, for some reason they haven't done it on this game, and I do not know why. Looking at lap 1, all the collisions that were reported on lap 1. Right, we got White had a collision with Soups, and then Soups had a collision with White. Soulman hit Charlie, and J19 and Mayhem both had a warning for hitting Putterland. All on lap 1, and then Putterland fed in the pit lane on lap 1.
I suspect we'll be very busy on Wednesday. Oh, as Madman goes round again.
Putterland got a warning for hitting his teammate. Just scrolling down. Any more potential collisions there? No. Really, the game hasn't given any warnings or anything for the collision between J19 and Solman. Which I thought might have got reported, but obviously the game didn't think anything was done wrong there. So yeah, Madman is definitely, he's only 3 laps away now really from going on to Supers to the end. So he's managed
Still
to
wouldn't say it was the best
strategy
though.
No. Well, definitely not the way he's done it.
No.
Hitting early and then doing long middle stint. It's definitely not ideal. Because if J19 and dare I say Michael C being here,
yeah,
it would have been a completely different story, I reckon.
I think he changed his strategy because of circumstances.
Yes. Yeah, knowing that he's got the gap to Matey Boy, he hasn't got to rush him in terms of pitting back in. Because he's got to just, yeah, for about 12 seconds the gap would be if he pitted now. When he rejoined the track.
Could it be the fact that Madman and Soups are in a party together and Soups has reported that the medium tyre is not to his liking?
Could well be.
I know that the McLarens haven't seen the McLarens doing that much testing.
Well, Madman reported to us yesterday that he'd barely done any.
Exactly, so the fact that they haven't run it would suggest that it's a bit of a guessing game.
I think White's just hit. I think White just burned out his softs. Wasn't liking the softs when he boxed. He had no option but to go for the medium because he'd already used the 2 sets of soft tyres. There was no point going on supers unless he committed to a free stop. But I think he saw what the pace Matey Boy had on those supers.
Yeah.
And when Matey Boy was on the supers, it was good for about 4 laps at best, and that was it. Madman goes round again. Matey Boy navigates turn 9. That shows the gap. White is still ever so slightly closing the gap to Suits. But the problem is White will have to pit again. I think. 26 laps. Yeah. Yes, he will be.
What?
White. I'm saying he's closing the gap to Suits, but he will have to box again.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly, it's the same amount. We're going to have the same amount of finishes at the moment that we had in Baku.
Yes, we are.
Now, Madman's upping his power, so is this the moment he's going to pit?
Is this an in-lap?
But still 17 laps on a set of supers. Quite a long way.
He's still got enough battery for another lap if he wanted. Let's find out. He navigates the chicane now. No, it goes on again. Boy 31, so he's slowly closing the gap. He's not closing the gap by much.
No. Remember, he's got to try and get to the end himself.
Yeah. I've gone on board with some of these drivers, and some of these guys are still lifting through turn 11 over the bump.
Well, don't tell me that. Do you reckon that's a confidence thing or a security thing? Because I'm not sure if I'm taking it flat. I mean, there isn't much time to be gained by taking it flat either.
I think it's all dependent on the line you take into it.
Because when I was doing the running drop, it doesn't matter particularly if you take turn 9 flat either.
No.
In some cases, it's actually quicker doing a downshift through turn 9 is in, Madman's in.
It's more about the exit, isn't it, than the entrance.
Yeah.
The Madman 16 laps to do to the end.
And making definite sure he was not speeding in the pit lane. But what we've got to remember is that this is Madman, of course. He has made boo-boos in the past leading at the end of the race.
Yes.
He's done it twice.
Now go on the super softs. No pit lane ditch.
Nope.
Mind the white line.
It should be just plain sailing from him, but still 16 laps.
It's again the limit on those supers, but the gap's 8.5.
He's got to be careful though. He can't push it too hard.
Yeah, he can't go hard to the end because he'll kill the tyres before lap 60. We'll keep an eye on the gap because there will definitely get a point when that gap between Madman and Matey Boy will start coming down again.
I'm still waiting for that gap from Suits to Matey Boy coming down, but that's still going up.
.5 seconds. Do you think Suits might have settled for third? 11 behind Matey Boy, 11 ahead of White.
Didn't look like at the start of the race, did it?
No, but as the race has, planned out, the way it has sort of gone, in 15 laps, does he really think he has the ability of closing 11.5 seconds in 15 laps? Oops, Matey Boy that is, and White. He will need a mistake with Soups.
Yeah.
I think that gap's a mad with a Matey Boy. He was 8.5 when he came out of bits.
Yeah.
Back up to 10 seconds already.
He's got to be careful though. He can't.
Yeah. Ooh, he touches the grass out of the exit of 4. That shows how hard he's pushing.
Is he trying to get another pit stop gap to be safe?
Or is he just doing go for fastest lap and then cruise? Do you reckon?
I think he might try and get another 20-second gap, and then just so he's got it, just in case if he does have another Baku or another Australia.
Just for reference as well, regarding the fastest lap at the moment, that's held by Pusserland on a 21.0. I think this will be easily beaten by Madman. I think this will be a 20, maybe even a 19. 19.2. 1.8 seconds quicker than the previous fastest lap. But yeah, that just shows how hard he's pushing. If he keeps doing that, those tyres won't get to the end easily. You'll have a lot of dead. Front left will be hot as well, potentially.
It will be hot now.
So we'll keep an eye on that gap. At a point, it will begin to start coming down again.
Yeah.
But where will the crossover occur?
When will...
I've only just noticed that Soulman is now a lap. Soulman is now a lap down the Futterland. As well. No fastest lap this time. The gap has still gone up, but not by as much already. Oh, it's Matey Boy! Oh! Loose out of the final corner.
Also, the gap originally didn't really move, but it has done.
It has done now. Yeah, it's Matey Boy made an error out the last corner. I think he's made another error again through 2 and 3, I reckon. That gap has jumped up again all of a sudden. I mean, I think we are sort of clutching at straws.
Yeah.
In terms of would Madman's tyres make it to the end? I mean, we probably could still, even if they had died, still make it to the end. But as you say, a couple laps ago, he's not far away from getting the gap to the other pit again and still come out in the lead.
No.
But he would only have a couple of seconds gap, and if he made an error, all of a sudden he wouldn't have the lead. Or if, penalties came into it. Now the other guy's doing, so Soups is on, looks set for third.
Soups is catching Matey Boy now, unless Matey Boy has made an error. Because that gap was in the 11s, now it's in the 10s.
Which I think shows Matey Boy made an error when the gap to Madden jumped up, which all of a sudden the gap to Soups has come down. Because the gap between Soups and White hasn't really moved.
The soft start overheating around when they start about 15 laps in, The mediums
Yeah.
do not overheat at all. They either overheat by 1 degree or something, then it's a case of, okay, take it easy for a corner, then they calm down again. So now, Matey Boy's done the 17 laps. If he's hasn't been looking after his tyres would have overheated by now.
Yeah, look at the gap with Supes is now down below 10 seconds all of a sudden. You may well just be right there.
But just got to keep an eye on it. But still, there's only 10 laps left though. I can't see that gap coming down really.
What, 10 seconds in 10 laps?
Yeah,
No.
admittedly, he has taken over a second out of Matey Boy this lap. Admittedly. Quite a lot of it was in the final sector. Another way of telling White's in the pit. That'll be Supers to the end.
That'll be Supers to the end. And you've got over a minute to Mayhem, so that's no problem at all.
Putterland's in.
Only 12 laps on the Supers for Putterland.
Soft.
Did I say Supers? Sorry, soft. Still not long though on that set. Has he knocked his wing? No, he hasn't.
I wonder if he just said, right, okay, let's just go on Supers just for the hell of it.
I think he's maybe going for the fastest lap.
Most probably.
A tall ask as the race leader laps him again. If he's going for the fastest lap, that won't help him because Madman's tyres are now going off, or will start to be going off.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Well, the pace doesn't look like it will be. So Supes has taken half a second out of Matey Boy that lap. And has DRS courtesy of Mayhem.
He's got DRS on Mayhem. He goes deep to Supes as a result of having the extra speed down the straight.
But obviously, Matey Boy's overheating tyre issue will get worse and worse and worse unless he takes it easy for a lap and just to get the temperatures back under control and then goes again. It's all normally in the final sector where Supes catches it up. Or catches time.
The other thing Matey Boy's having to do is save battery as well. It's all gone. He's used it all. So that will also be a sort of contributing factor to the gap coming down. Matey Boy will have to be in like mode 1, sort of around the middle of the lap, and then a lap to recover that battery charge. Putterland's definitely going for the fastest lap. He's in mode 5, but the problem is he's got caught to the back of Madman.
As long as we don't have a Brazil, we're fine. Oh, look at the gap now to Supes.
Madman's been sensible. Madman has let Putterland go. Madman just let Putterland go on the pit straight. That was sensible.
Best thing to do.
Yeah, just don't do anything that could cause... Well, don't allow someone to cause you any grief. What I'm going to be interested in, you might want to catch this as well, after what we witnessed earlier with Soulman and J19.
Yes.
Madman is coming up to lap Soulman again. I'll be interested to see
Well,
what
after
Soulman's
Putterland.
behaviour. Well, yeah, after Putterland has passed him. I'll be interested to see what Soulman's behaviour is like in allowing other people to lap him. Because
Are you saying there's a conspiracy?
I still believe there's bad blood there between the two of them. I still believe there's a bit of a bitter taste going on there, and unfortunately, one individual has sort of allowed it as one individual has allowed it to erupt on track. I hope I'm wrong, but then again, if I hope I'm wrong, that means he'll be doing the same to Madman, which I kind of don't want to happen either.
Exactly.
So it's a no-win situation for my thinking there.
Exactly. It might help to eliminate. It might help to narrow down the issue.
Soulman has just let Putterland go.
Yeah, but Soulman would have had blue flags for Putterland.
Yeah. So look, he's moved well out of the way for Putterland, and he's doing the same for Madman.
Conspiracy. And the gap to second is now 7.5 seconds.
It is slowly coming down. Madman weaving down the straight. Not sure what that was about. Can Suits do anything about Mapleboy? I doubt it.
I don't think so, yeah.
They'll run out of laps unless Mapleboy's tyres literally fall off the grit, fall off the cliff with grit. If he has overheated then that's possible, but it's unlikely that just under 7.5 seconds to be found in 6 laps. But we are now into the point where if anyone crashes out now, they would be classified still.
Would they? Is it on the leader or on the person who's done the lap?
So it's assuming they're within the last, it's probably on 6.6, so that'll be rounded up to 7, so within the last 7 laps of the race.
Oh, okay, so lap 60 then.
Yeah, so as long as they've at least got to lap 60, which I think everyone other than Soulman is done. I think Soulman's about to start lap 60 now. He's 2 laps down on the leader. And the leader's just started 62, so yeah, Soulman has just done that now himself. Soulman's 3 laps down actually, so no, I'll re-correct myself. He's 3 laps down. He's not there yet. But yeah, as long as they don't intentionally crash, crash on purpose, then they will be classified. So if they crash on purpose, or
retire in the pit lane,
that rule gets overruled.
Correct. Well, Madman's been able to keep his super softs alive.
Yeah, he has.
I think what might have helped was the fact that Mapleboy's tyres would have also would be a bit worn as well.
That's what I was just about to say. His tyres and Mapleboy's tyres won't be too dissimilar in terms of wear towards the end of the race. And if Mapleboy is overheating that front left, then yeah, any tyre wear and grip wear and loss of pace that Madman will suffer will be equalled out anyway with the lost a pace from Matey Boy. It's sector 1 yellows. Who's on this time? Putterland's moved over for the race leader.
How shows how quickly the supers went off then?
Yeah. Putterland, who unlapped himself, having pitted for the supers only a few laps ago, has had to let man off again.
Basically, boys running out, literally always running under 20% battery power.
He's literally, I think he's literally running mode 1 around the lap, and then mode like 3 or 4 down the straights. Down the main straight, that's about it.
The problem with doing that though is he's lost a second to Matey Boy, so to Soups in the first sector.
The only saving grace for Matey Boy is he doesn't have a penalty, where I think Soups does.
No, Soups doesn't have a penalty.
No, he doesn't. He's kept held. He got his warning. He's actually technically only had 1 warning. His first warning on lap 1 was for a collision. Yeah, no, Soups was not. But Matey Boy is only on 1 warning. The Madman, he's on 1 warning.
Matey Boy has now recovered the gap a little bit and put it back to 7 seconds-ish.
Yeah, he's just done, and he's just doing what he needs to do to hold that gap off. And to see. White looking, well, everyone's now looking dead set for the positions they're in.
Yes.
There are no battles out there whatsoever. The closest being Soups to Matey Boy, but that's close enough to 7 seconds.
Still time for Madman to make an error though.
There's still time for anyone to make an error.
Mayhem, another time penalty.
But I say with the gaps that there are between people, they're not going to be relevant at all.
No.
Even with Putterland's penalties, with the additional time penalty he'll be receiving, he's still not going to lose a position.
Nope.
He's a full lap ahead of Soulman. It's almost like Matey Boy is... It's almost like those soft tyres of... I don't know if Madman and Soups have just backed off, or whether those soft tyres have cooled down or gone through the, like almost like a graining. Because Matey Boy all of a sudden is closing in on Madman again.
Well, no, this is what we were saying, because we knew the super softs would eventually die,
Yeah.
and that's the longest amount of laps I've seen someone actually do on them supers.
Supers. Yeah, you're right, because sector 2 yellows, who's that? Is that... No,
The Soulman.
Soulman again.
4.
Exit 4.
Turn 4, sir.
This Madman comes around now through the final few corners and is about to begin his last lap. He wasn't having it all his own way. Sort of the opening 25 laps.
No,
You comfortable. With all sorts of strategies going on around him. It was...
Yeah, it would have been interesting if J19 would...
Yeah. It was really difficult for us to read, let alone what... for them to sort of work out while driving what people were likely to do. Yeah, it's a shame that we lost J19. Because he would have been there or thereabouts, I'm pretty certain about that.
Yep.
It was a nice idea with a strategy from Matey Boy, but unfortunately, yeah, just couldn't get those supers to work on the middle stint. Spudland gets another penalty. But the top three in qualifying will end up being the top three in the race. The biggest gainers throughout the race, Pitterland and White, both climbing 3 positions. But Madman's round the final chicane for the final time, and he will win here at Spain.
Quite
and he will retake the lead. He will retake the lead in the driver's standings. The gap was 25. The gap was 2 points. Sorry. So he will now have a 20. Well, over J19 with 23 points. Obviously, Michael C not scoring either. A nice comfortable margin he's now all of a sudden found himself in. Matey Boy comes across in a very...
second?
Matey Boy in second, Suits in third.
I mean, could it be? No, I mean, could it be Matey Boy second in the championship?
No, he's not close enough. I don't believe.
Okay.
I'll double check that, but I don't think he's close enough. It was just White to be the last one to cross the line after Mayhem has just crossed the line in fifth. How many points does Suits get? 15. Suits will actually overtake Michael C in the third in the championship. Suits is only 13 behind Michael C before today. He's scored 15. White will pick up decent points, and then Matey Boy and Mayhem. And the only other finishers will be Pitterland and Soulman. But yeah, I do suspect quite a busy Wednesday for FIA. There's a fair few incidents that have occurred throughout that race. But as a podium, we wouldn't have expected to see, is it?
No.
Real life or not. 3 Renault powered cars. Let's just get the final results up on the screen. There we go. So Madman wins. Alright, so the top 4, neither of them getting a penalty in the top 4. Good going. And Mayhem, Putterland, Soulman, the final finishes. Putterland would have got an additional, does get additional time penalty of 15 seconds, but you finish a lap ahead of Soulman, so that doesn't matter. And then your retirements were YR, J19, Charlie, Blundersands, and Callum Rose. Michael C technically goes down as a DNS. So that was rather eventful first half of
bit of a processional second half.
Yeah, second half of the race, and yeah, it sort of dwindled down to it was inevitable of what the order was going to be at the end there. But the F2 guys will be racing again in 2 weeks' time. Dreaded that commentary wise because it's around Monaco.
Well, it's going to be the first 5 laps are going to be eventful, and then the last 73 is going to be a case of
survival.
Well, the one person remaining is going round again.
Yeah, and of course Monaco would be the final round for these guys before the Christmas break.
Yep.
But next week, as always, the F1 League take their turn around Spain. Myself and Stephen will be here next week.
Yep.
We will be participating to strengthen the grid up.
Yep.
I suspect Michael C and Mayhem will most likely be the commentators.
Well, we'll need to check that out.
We'll need to double check that out, but they've been the commentators the last few rounds, so... yeah, so thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.